You wake up in the morning, get out of bed, and you feel as if your legs aren't even yours. They're weak, cottony, they don't support your weight. At first, you chalk it up to fatigue or a bad night's sleep. But day after day, the sensation only intensifies. Your legs refuse to obey, your gait becomes unsteady, you catch yourself on door frames more often and look for support. This isn't just aging, it's an SOS signal from your body, and ignoring it is dangerous.
What's going on? Why do the legs give out before other parts of the body? There can be many reasons, from circulatory issues to muscle mass loss or even neurological disorders. But in most cases, leg weakness appears long before any clear diagnosis. And that's where the main mistake lies. We pay attention to the first warning signs way too late. The muscles in your legs are the largest in the body. They provide movement, balance, and overall mobility. But with age comes a natural process, sarcopenia. That's the loss of muscle mass, which begins after age 30 and accelerates after 60. A study conducted at UCLA in California showed that by age 70, the average American loses up to 20% of their muscle mass, primarily in the lower body. This process doesn't happen overnight. It unfolds over years. First, it gets harder to rise from a chair. Then you start avoiding stairs, then walks. And then a vicious cycle. The less you move, the more strength you lose. If you don't intervene in time, you risk ending up with a walker or wheelchair. It's important to understand. Leg weakness is not just aging, it's a symptom. And like any symptom, it demands attention. First and foremost, you need to figure out what exactly is causing your strength to decline. It could be sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, circulatory problems, peripheral arterial insufficiency, nerve damage, for example, diabetic neuropathy, arthritis or osteoarthritis, vitamin and mineral deficiencies, especially B12, D, magnesium, side effects of medications. In the US, doctors are increasingly noting that leg weakness in older adults has become one of the main causes of lost independence. Dr. Andrew Feinberg from Cleveland tells the story of one of his patients, 74-year-old Mary, who began complaining of a heaviness in her legs. 6 months later, she could barely stand for 10 minutes. A year on, she had practically stopped leaving her home. All because she didn't seek help or take action in time. Every month you let slip only worsens the situation. Losing strength is like sand slipping through your fingers. It's hard to notice, but the catastrophe becomes obvious when it's too late. Do you feel you can't cover the same distance as before? That your legs tire more quickly? That you're unsteady or afraid of falling? Those are all reasons to act, right now. Falls among older adults are one of the most frequent reasons for hospitalizations in the US, and most falls happen because of leg weakness. According to the CDC, 1 in 4 Americans over 65 falls at least once a year. And while not every fall leads to a fracture, each one undermines confidence and reduces mobility. But physical strength also depends on the brain. In 2020, a Harvard study revealed a direct link between declining leg strength and worsening cognitive function. In other words, the weaker your legs get, the higher your risk of dementia. Why? Because movement stimulates the brain, improves blood flow, and maintains neuronal activity. The less you move, the faster your brain dims. Many people start looking for exercises, pills, or miracle cures only after the problem is already pronounced. But leg strength isn't just about workouts. It's a combination of 3 things: proper nutrition, adequate physical activity, monitoring hidden health issues. Let's begin with the simplest: food. Did you know that protein deficiency is one of the most common causes of leg weakness in older adults? In fact, the body needs more protein as it ages, not less. Yet many seniors in the US don't meet their daily requirements due to reduced appetite or health restrictions. And that directly impacts the body's ability to repair muscle fibers. Vitamins are no less important. Vitamin D deficiency affects 60% of older Americans, especially in winter. It impacts not only the bones, but also muscle strength. The same goes for B12, which is crucial for the nervous system. Its lack causes numbness, weakness, and coordination problems. And the scariest part, you may not even suspect it until you get tested. Now, pay attention. Some of the medications you take daily can exacerbate leg weakness. For example, statins for cholesterol, diuretics for blood pressure, antipsychotics, or sleep aids. They may cause muscle pain, strength loss, or coordination issues. If you notice movement becoming more difficult after starting a new drug, talk to your doctor. Sometimes leg weakness can be linked to genetic predisposition. Perhaps there were cases in your family of neuropathies, myopathies, or other conditions affecting muscles. Don't ignore your family history. If you have relatives who lost mobility early, be especially vigilant. The good news is that this process can be stopped. More than that, in most cases it's reversible. Many Americans achieve impressive results in just 3 to 6 months by following a clear muscle strength recovery program. We'll discuss that in detail in upcoming sections. But you can start right now with small steps. Walk more, watch your diet, and don't ignore your body's signals. In the next part, we'll dive into the specific reasons why your legs weaken, what happens with muscles, vessels, nerves, and joints, and which tests you should take to know where to begin your recovery. Part 2. Enemies of strong legs. 7. Hidden reasons. Why muscles weaken faster than you think. Do you feel your legs getting weaker, even though you're doing nothing wrong? That sensation, as if the muscles are simply drifting away for no reason, is familiar to millions of Americans over 55. It's especially alarming when you start losing confidence in your own body. You stumble more often, can't stand up without help, and tire more quickly. But here's what's crucial to understand. Muscle weakening is rarely random. It's driven by specific causes that can be addressed. The key is to recognize them in time. Sedentary lifestyle. Killer of legs. Number 1. CDC data shows that more than 60% of older Americans spend over 8 hours a day sitting. Your muscles work on the principle. Use it or lose it. If you don't use them, you lose them. After just 2 weeks of inactivity, muscle fibers begin to atrophy. Quadriceps and glutes suffer the most. They're essential for standing up, walking, and balance. Example. Joan from Minnesota, 7, spent a lot of time in her chair after retiring. 6 months later, she struggled to climb stairs. Her doctor diagnosed sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. Circulation problems, a quiet sabotage of muscles. Good circulation delivers oxygen and nutrients to muscles. Without it, there's no recovery or growth. As we age, vessels lose elasticity, especially with diabetes, atherosclerosis, or high blood pressure. The result? Muscles get less oxygen, tire faster, and recover more slowly. Example. Bob from Texas, 72, complained of heaviness in his legs after walking. He was diagnosed with peripheral artery disease. After a course of medication and daily 20-minute walks, his endurance improved. Lack of protein and micronutrients, fuel tank on empty without protein, muscles have nothing to rebuild with. Yet 40% of older Americans don't even get the minimum 60 grams of protein per day. Add deficiencies in vitamin D, B12, magnesium, and potassium, and you have the perfect setup for cramps, weakness, and muscle loss. Example. Martha from California, 4, discovered critically low vitamin D levels after testing. By adding eggs, fish, and D3 supplements to her diet, her nighttime cramps vanished within 2 weeks. Medication side effects. Hidden sabotage of muscle strength statins for cholesterol, diuretics for blood pressure, metformin for diabetes. These drugs can all cause muscle weakness as a side effect, especially in seniors taking 5 to 7 medications daily. It's important. Never stop medications without consulting your doctor, but if you notice weaker legs after starting a new drug, discuss it with your physician. Example. Rick from Florida, 69, noticed calf weakness after starting statins. After switching to an alternative, his symptoms disappeared. Nerve problems. Muscles lose their command center. Muscles don't work on their own. They're controlled by nerves. If the signal from brain to muscle is disrupted, even the strongest muscles become useless. Older adults often experience peripheral neuropathy, especially with diabetes, leading to numbness, tingling, and muscle weakness. Example: Sarah from Illinois, Mawan, lost sensation in her feet while walking. She was diagnosed with diabetic neuropathy, which she hadn't suspected. Regular exercise and B12 supplements helped restore sensitivity and control to her legs. 6. Poor sleep. The enemy of recovery. During sleep, the body repairs tissues, including muscle. Lack of sleep lowers growth hormone levels and increases inflammation. If you sleep fewer than 6 hours a night, your muscles simply don't have time to rebuild. Example: Tom from Oregon, 66, was sleeping only 4 to 5 hours per night. After improving his sleep hygiene, cutting caffeine, taking evening walks, his energy levels and leg strength improved noticeably. 7. Fear of falling fuels even more weakness. Here's one of aging's cruel ironies. The more you fear falling, the less you move. The less you move, the weaker your muscles become, and the greater your fall risk. It's a vicious circle. Example: Helen from Arizona, 75, stopped going outside after a kitchen fall. With a physical therapist and just 5 minutes of daily walking, she rebuilt her confidence and stopped feeling leg weakness. What to do about it? Step 1. Find your root cause. To halt leg weakening, you must pinpoint the exact cause in your case. For some, it's nutrition. For others, medication side effects. Self-diagnosis won't work here. Next step: consult a doctor and run simple tests. Blood work, sensitivity checks, EMG, balance tests. This will give you a clear picture and guide your recovery strategy. Recovery is possible if you start right. Good news: even after 70, you can rebuild muscle. Studies show older adults see leg strength gains in as little as 4 weeks of simple exercises. But it only works with a comprehensive approach: nutrition, movement, sleep, and treatment. In the next segment, we'll outline the exercises, foods, and supplements that truly stop weakness and restore leg power. Part 3. How to stop leg weakening. A step-by-step strength restoration plan. You've identified the causes. Now it's time to act. You already know leg weakness isn't just aging. It's the result of specific changeable factors. And here's the key: rebuilding muscle isn't a marathon or a hero's feat. It's a system of small, effective steps working together. Today, we'll cover exactly what helps you regain leg strength, where to begin, what to avoid, and how to see real results in 30 days. Step 1. Audit your legs. Where are you starting from? Before beginning, you need to know your baseline. Try this simple test. Sit in a chair without armrests. Time yourself. Stand up and sit down 5 times without using your hands. Under 10 seconds, your legs are in good shape. 11 to 15 seconds, some strength loss is present. Over 15 seconds or unable, your muscles need immediate work. Also note how often you stumble or fall, any heaviness or cottony feeling in your legs, how long you can stand without discomfort. Step 2. Start with bodyweight exercises. No gym, no pain. Leg muscles respond best to functional movements, those you actually use in daily life. Standing, walking, climbing. Begin with 2 to 3 exercises each day for 10 to 15 minutes. Chair-supported squats, wall calf raises. Side steps holding onto a chair back. Example: George from Virginia, 70, began doing 2 sets of 10 squats every other day. After 4 weeks, he could stand up from his sofa without using his hands. Step 3. Use your stairs. The best home workout stairs are the gold standard for leg strength. They engage hips, glutes, and balance. Here's a simple plan. Week 1. Climb 3 steps 5 times a day. Week 2. Climb 1 full flight once a day. Week 3. Climb 2 flights, morning and evening. Tip: hold the railing, move slowly, especially if you have a history of falls. Step 4. Protein, the foundation for muscle repair. Your muscles don't care how much you move if they have nothing to rebuild with. After 60, aim for at least 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily. That's roughly 70 to 90 kg for most adults. Sources: 2 eggs equals 12 gin 150 green sauce chicken equals 35 gin. 1 cup Greek yogurt equals 20 yen. Whey protein shake equals 25 green. Example. Jenny from Michigan, 68, swapped her toast breakfast for a cheese omelet and smoothie. Within a month, her legs fatigued far less during walks. Step 5. Add micronutrients. Muscles don't work alone. Key vitamins and minerals for leg strength. Vitamin D, for muscle contraction and nerve signaling. Magnesium, to reduce cramps and fatigue. B12, for nerve health. Omega-3, to lower muscle inflammation. Suggested doses. D3, 2000 IU day. Magnesium 200 to 400 mg. B12, 1,000 mg. Omega-3, 1,2000 mg. Example. Lewis from Nevada, 72, added D3 and magnesium after blood tests. His leg cramps disappeared, and mornings felt easier. Step 6. Walking, the free cure for weakness. Just 10 to 15 minutes of brisk walking daily boosts circulation, reduces inflammation, and activates leg muscles. First 2 weeks plan. Days 1 to 3, 5 min morning, 5 min evening. Days 4 séances. 10 min morning. Week 2, 15 min consecutive, 5 days a week. Example. Emily from Ohio, 69, started with short mall walks. After a month, she could traverse a supermarket without fatigue. Step 7. Massage and stretch. Enhance recovery. This isn't yoga-style stretching. It's gentle 30-second moves. Pull your toes toward you while lying down. Gently rotate each foot in circles. Stroke your calves from bottom to top. Plus, spend 5 to 10 minutes massaging your legs by hand or with a foam roller after walking. Effect. Improved blood flow, reduced swelling, faster post-workout recovery. Step 8. Track progress, not just results. To keep going, you need to see forward momentum. Record. Number of chair stands, minutes walked, stair climbing time, fatigue level on a 1-10 scale. Example. Don from New York, 70, kept a journal of his squats. After 3 weeks, he'd increased from 10 to 30 reps. Step 9. Support, an underrated strength. The biggest barrier isn't physical, it's motivation. Connect with others who are rebuilding strength. Facebook groups. Physical therapy programs, walking buddy calls. Example. Carl from California, 74, joined a twice-weekly rehab class. Best decision of the year. I feel alive again, he says. Your 30-day leg strength plan, week 1. 2 leg exercises, 10 min protein-rich breakfast, 5 min walking, week 2. Stairs or calf raises. Add vitamin D and magnesium. 10 min walking, week 3. 3 exercises, 15 min. 2 massages per week. Track your metrics. Week 4. Reassess. Easier standing, less fatigue. Continue and intensify. Your progress has begun. Part 4. Regain control. How to restore coordination, balance, and brain-to-muscle connection. When your legs don't obey, it's not just a muscle problem. One hidden enemy of leg weakness is losing the brain-body link. You might be fit, eat well, even exercise, and still lose balance, feel unsteady, or fear falling. That means your brain isn't sending signals as effectively as before, but you can retrain it. Neuromuscular connection. What is it? Every movement is a pulse from your brain through nerves to muscles. With age, or after illness, inactivity, injury, this process slows and weakens. Result? Legs hesitate when you start to step. It's hard to change direction quickly. Balance is harder to maintain. You can't catch yourself when stumbling. Good news? You can reboot it. The brain's neuroplasticity works at any age. A fall isn't an accident. It's a symptom every 11 seconds in the US. An older adult is hospitalized due to a fall. It's rarely just bad luck. It's the outcome of muscle weakness, poor balance, reduced foot sensitivity, sluggish reaction time. Story: Linda from Texas, 66, tripped at home and fractured her hip, not because of the rug, but because her body's protective reaction failed. Feet, your hidden sensors. After 60, 90% of people have reduced foot sensation. Yet feet give the brain vital information: floor surface, angle, texture. Without that input, you can't react in time. What to do? Walk barefoot on varied surfaces: carpet, grass, sand. Massage your feet daily, by hand or with a ball. Roll a bottle or ball under your feet for 5 minutes morning and evening. Example: Rick from Florida, 72, began rolling a tennis ball under his feet. After 2 weeks, his cotton legs feeling disappeared. Balance begins with focus. Try this simple exercise. Stand on one leg for 10 seconds. Sound easy? Close your eyes, and you'll see how much your brain is elsewhere. This drill activates coordination between eyes, ears, and body. Mental focus. Tiny stabilizer muscles. Plan. Days. 1 to 3. 3 sets of 10 seconds on each leg. Then eyes closed on a soft surface. Reaction drills. Training your muscles with your brain. True balance rescue is all about reflexes. You can sharpen them by catching a light ball rebounding from a wall, tossing and catching a stick, playing with light reaction toys. Example: Donna, 68, from Arizona, started playing catch with her grandson. At first, she hesitated. Then she caught the ball faster than he threw it. Descending stairs, a coordination test. Many can climb well, but dread going down. Why? Because descent demands split-second control of every leg movement. Training. Slowly step down 2 to 3 stairs, holding the railing. Count each step out loud. Stay focused. Use a side mirror. Let your brain see your body. Visual balance. Your eyes keep you upright. When the brain loses body control, it compensates with vision. If you never train your gaze, you lose that support too. Exercises. Fix your eyes on a finger. Keep your head still. Move your eyes up, down, left, right. Turn your head while still staring at the same point. Do this twice a day for 2 minutes. This strengthens vestibular control and reduces dizziness. Proper shoes and insoles. Safety, not style. Oversoft, worn out, or slippery footwear is your enemy. Recommendations: firm heel counter, non-slip sole, secure fit. Supportive insoles, especially if you have flat feet. No heels, no open heel slippers. Story: Mark, 70, from New Mexico, swapped his house slippers for cushioned sneakers and stopped tripping on thresholds. Group coordination classes, more than just exercise. The most effective activities for balance. Tai Chi, movement plus focus. Dance, movement plus reflexes. Yoga, stabilization plus breathing. Example: Barbara, 60, from Oregon, joined morning Tai Chi in the park. After a month, she confidently walked a narrow path without looking down. Fine motor skills, the secret to coordination training. Hands and feet work together. When you train small finger movements, you engage the cerebellum, which also governs your legs. Try squeezing a stress ball. Finger dexterity games, e.g. the mirrored rock, paper, scissors. Handwriting, drawing, even coloring or knitting boosts your coordination. In 3 weeks, your brain will start to react differently. The most amazing thing about balance training: results can come fast. Neurons rewire in 2 to 3 weeks of repetition. You'll notice less fear of falling, confidence in walking smooth movements when standing up, less dizziness. You don't need to be an athlete. Just rebuild your movement automation, and it returns with practice. Part 5. Strength for years. How to make healthy legs part of your life. Strength shouldn't depend on mood. It should be built into your routine. If you brush your teeth without thinking, why not train your legs the same way? Micro habits are your best ally. While the kettle boils, stand up and sit down 10 times. While brushing your teeth, balance on one leg. After breakfast, roll a ball under your foot for 2 minutes. That's the strategy. Strength is not an event. It's the background of your life. Walking, that's the main medicine. But not as you can, rather as a habit. Harvard research shows 20 minutes of daily walking reduces fall risk by 43%. But it's crucial to walk mindfully, not staring at your phone. Vary the terrain. Pavement, grass, gravel. Change pace. Alternate fast and slow intervals. Story: Frank, 69, from California, started with 10 minutes in the morning. 3 months later, he walks 5 kilometers a day with his dog. No cane needed. The goal is consistency, not perfection. You might miss some sessions, but even 5 minutes of squats or stretches count. Neuroplasticity thrives on repetition, not duration. Habit, motivation, sleep, muscle, and nerve recovery. Don't sacrifice it. Without solid sleep, 7 to 8 hours, your body can't regenerate muscle fibers, restore brain signals, reduce inflammation. Sleep loss equals weakness, unsteadiness, sluggishness. Example: Marilyn, 72, from Illinois, reset her sleep schedule, and those morning cotton legs were gone. Dehydration equals leg weakness. Surprisingly, even mild dehydration can reduce muscle strength by 10 to 15%. With age, thirst perception blunts. Plan: 1 glass of water on waking, small sips throughout the day. Herbal tea counts too. Rule: if your tongue feels dry, your muscles are already losing energy. Schedule your strength days like appointments. You won't forget a doctor's visit. Why forget a workout? Example week. Mon wadba eat fry. 15 minutes of strength exercises. 2. Thu. Stretching and coordination sat. Walk plus light foot massage. Sun. Rest or yoga. A planned week guarantees your legs remember how to stay strong. Your environment has more power than motivation. You're more likely to quit if you go it alone. So, join a local walking group. Sign up for a seniors club class. Challenge grandkids. Who does more squats? Story: Nancy, 74, from Ohio, started senior dance classes. In 4 months, she lost 4 kilos and gained steady legs. Log even the small wins. People quit when they see no progress. But if you note, steps walked today, seconds standing on one leg, chair stands completed, you'll see tiny improvements, and your brain loves rewards. Involve family. Legs strengthen with love. Make it not an obligation, but a way to connect. Walk with your grandchildren. Play movement games. Family 5-minute fitness challenges. Story: Joe and Catherine, 70 plus, from Virginia, started weekly competitions with their grandkids and moved more than they had in 10 years.
Strong legs aren't about fitness. They're about freedom. When your legs give out, everything gives out. But when you're confident in your steps, you walk wherever you want. You're not afraid to fall. You don't depend on anyone's help. That is the real goal. Not just to do squats, but to live in a body that doesn't limit you.